Hey guys, what's up? This is the Crazy Coke Collector again. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. Today will be my fifth video. I'll be doing something different compared to my previous ones. Instead of showing collections of Coke from collectors or tutorials, today I'll be doing a little bit about what I call the top 10 fun facts about Coca-Cola, which you are probably not aware of. Now, most of us will have our own reasons or histories in why we started collecting Coke. I can think of a few. Some would have seen others started collecting and then they followed suit. Some would have worked in Coca-Cola plants and they started to see all the new bottles coming out, all the memorabilia, the caps, the watches, and so on and so forth. And then that also started the interest of collectors. As for me, I started collecting because when I was studying in university, I went to a friend's house and actually on her table there were several bottles and cans, Coke cans and bottles. So I asked her, why do you keep this stuff after finish drinking? Shouldn't you be throwing it away? And then she said she did so because of the various designs and also from various countries. And upon closer inspection, I then realized that actually they all look different. Okay, so that was how it got my interest in the early 90s. So for those of us who are collecting Coca-Cola, it would be great to at least know some background, some history about what we have been collecting. All right, but I'll try to make it a bit fun instead of some boring knowledge. So without further ado, I would like to start off with the first fun fact about why we collect Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola was invented by this pharmacist named John S. Pemberton in 1886 in Atlanta, Georgia. That is in the United States. Okay, so you'll be very surprised to know that in its original recipe, there were traces of cocaine in Coke. I'm not kidding. Okay, cocaine as in the drug, cocaine, but obviously the quantities were very small. It was between 7 to 9 milligrams, because as a pharmacist, his invention was more towards curing headaches and relieving depression. That's what his original advertisement says. That is the reason why I suppose there were traces of cocaine in his original recipe. But for obvious reasons, in the present day, there's no more cocaine inside there. But a company spokesman for Coca-Cola actually said they still use extract from the coca plant, whatever that means. Okay, so that's the first fun fact. Now, secondly, do you know that originally Coca-Cola was not sold in a glass bottle? It was sold from a thing called the soda fountain. Now, if you don't know what a soda fountain is, it's very similar to what you see in the pubs today, the beer taps, right? Where they use this thing, this lever, and then that was how Coca-Cola was sold then. Now, what happened was, because there were numerous imposters or copycats and many competitors claiming to sell something similar to them, so they had to come up with something different at that point in time. So the idea was they came up with a glass bottle designing competition, and when they picked the winner, it was a sexy glass bottle. No, it's not. It is actually shaped like a cocoa bean. Alright, as you can see from the picture above you, it's fat Okay, even though it's contoured, but it's a fat glass. Now, the designer, for some reason, thought that cocoa was one of the major ingredients. That's the reason why their idea was to design it like the cocoa bean shape. Okay, the other reason for coming up with this glass bottle, the company intended that even if you close your eyes or you are in the dark, just by touch and feel, you should be able to recognize the contour shape of the glass bottle and know that that is Coca-Cola. Alright, so these were the two original reasons why this glass bottle for Coca-Cola came about. Alright, so thirdly, as we all know that the recipe for Coca-Cola is super top secret. Apparently, up until the present day, there are only a handful of employees that knows about the recipe. The original recipe is currently kept in the vault in this place called the World of Coca-Cola Museum in its founding place, Atlanta, Georgia. It's a Coca-Cola museum. If you guys actually ever go to Atlanta, please make your way to this museum, and you're not going to regret it. Okay, you're going to see everything and anything you want to know about Coke, its history, and why people collected this item, and all the unique cans, bottles, and so on and so forth can be found in this museum. Alright, so the fourth fact is that, do you know that Coca-Cola is actually the first soda that was taken into space? Okay, in 1995, the space shuttle, the Challenger, brought along this Coke drink for the astronauts. So it's very interesting that the first ever soda drink to be brought into space is Coca-Cola. Alright, so we can be proud of the fact that Coca-Cola went to space. Apparently, Mexico is currently the world's top consumer of Coca-Cola products in the world, far surpasses the US. Now, obviously this data that I have found was in 2013. I'm not sure whether there are any changes to this, but at this point in time, Mexico is number one in the world. Now, when I was in law school in the 90s, my lecturer told all of us that Coca-Cola is probably the most patented, copyrighted, and trademark product in the entire world. And it is not surprising because, as I mentioned to you, the bottle, this contour shaped bottle, is copyrighted. Okay, no one can follow the shape of this bottle, and you can see there are unique grooves on the bottle. That's the reason why in my earlier fact, as I said, if you were to hold this bottle in the dark, just by touching the grooves, you'll be able to recognize that this is a Coke bottle. Alright, and these are all trademark, patented, and copyrighted, yeah, including this font, okay, or typography as we call this in the past. Now, as I told you earlier, John S. Pemberton, the pharmacist, invented the recipe for Coca-Cola, but it is actually his bookkeeper by the name of Frank Robinson. So he had very nice handwriting. So he was the one who came up with this flowing script that we all know of today. Okay, it is called the Spencerian script, and it was also patented in the US Patent Office. Alright, so everything that you know about Coke, even the word C-O-K-E, Coke, is patented. So try copying, try following any of these things, and you will be sued. Okay, the red and white color as well, very recognized in the whole world, also cannot be copied. Now, you'll be very surprised to know that there are only 2 countries in the world that do not officially sell Coca-Cola. That is Cuba and North Korea. Okay, that means other than these 2 countries, there are more than 200 countries in the entire world Coca-Cola has a presence. That is how powerful their sales and marketing is. All right. So if you go to Cuba and North Korea, probably if you do ever find Coke there, it's probably the tourists or the visitors who brought them in. But officially, these 2 countries do not sell any products, any Coke products. Now, this might come as a surprise to you. When I found this out, it was a shock as well. Now, parents in the 19th century, in an effort to calm down their fussing babies that tend to cry a lot, their beliefs were that if you give a couple of drops of Coke to the baby, apparently it's supposed to calm them down. Not really sure what the results were, as it wasn't stated, but we all know better today. Parents will obviously not feed their babies anything about Coke for health reasons. Okay. Now, the next fact is it stated that apparently if you want to taste the most delicious Coca-Cola, you should get it from McDonald's. Now, why is that so? Because Coca-Cola and McDonald's came into partnership as early as 1955. Obviously, other fast food restaurants, other customers started signing up agreements with Coca-Cola as well. But probably one of the largest and earliest major customers was McDonald's. So when Coca-Cola supplied the Coke syrup to other suppliers, they tend to do it with using plastic containers or plastic bags. For McDonald's, they ship it in stainless steel containers. So according to the article, because of this way of storing the Coke syrup, it is supposed to taste better at McDonald's. So I don't know whether you guys can tell the difference with Coke from McDonald's and from other sources. Okay, I for one cannot tell the difference. Yeah. Now, the last one would be: do you know that every second more than 10,000 Coke products are being sold or consumed every day? This is staggering. Every second of the day, more than 10,000 Coke products are being consumed. So collectors, be proud of what you are collecting. Okay, because there are so many fun facts about Coca-Cola. All right. Now, as a bonus fact, do you know that Coca-Cola used to be given out for free? You'll be surprised, right? Now, Coca-Cola, the owners at that point in time, being brilliant marketing strategists, they actually gave out what we call coupons, where you can go to the soda fountains and redeem a glass of Coke for free. So once people got the hang of this taste and the drink, they started to come back for more. And subsequently, obviously, it won't be free anymore. It was sold for 5 cents a glass. So with this brilliant marketing strategy of initially giving out for free, Coca-Cola started to build a very strong brand for itself. Now, some of these marketing strategies used by Coca-Cola are still being used today. Okay, so there you go, the top 10 fun facts about Coca-Cola that you probably don't know about. Now, if you enjoyed this video, do let me know in the comments below. Okay, probably I can do part 2, go and dig out more information, dig out more fun facts about Coke, and I can do another video and put it under part 2. So for now, thank you so much for watching, guys. Cheers.